Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your June horoscope for 2021. This is D for the Spirit's Path, and it's a little cold out here. The wind's blowing, so bear with me. Let's look at your horoscope. Let's look at what's transpired here so far for the year before I start drawing cards for the theme. I'm going to do the same thing that I've done here the last couple months. One card for the theme, and then we'll look at one card for each week of the month of June. But every year, everybody starts out this year with the Ancestor card, listening to the universal beat, walking their own spiritual path, being committed by walking through the birch trees. So whatever that universal beat is for you, Capricorn, is what started. And you started the month out in January with rebirth. You were being reborn, okay? And what a great way to start out. Maybe you were dipping your toes into that pond, or maybe you immerse yourself all the way in it. But you said this year, you know what? I'm going to be reborn in what I have to do. Okay, this is part of my spiritual quest. I want to be cleansed. I want to be clean, and I want to be able to move forward, so I don't have to carry this some baggage from 2020 with me. February, the month of love, was rough for you. There was some jealousy on there. Maybe you were jealous of a relationship, or somebody was jealous of you being in a relationship. Hopefully that's the case and you were being blessed. But with you being reborn, chances are that there was an opportunity to find a new loved one, and or rekindle an old flame, or make things interesting in your own relationship, right? And somebody saw that and didn't like it. And why I say that is in March you were dedicated. You were dedicated to the relationship that you're in, the way things are going. You got 2 arrows down here, already for the year. And, you're dedicated to the cause that's at hand. You're dedicated to being reborn in that spirit as you're walking on. April was all about strength. Having the Woodward guide you through the month of April. You've also got the Knight of Arrows, the hawk above you. Asking you, he's got vision and power. So, as your dedication is getting stronger in the month of April, on your quest. And then the King of Stones shows up in the month of May, all right? And, he's the guardian of the dead on their journey to the underworld. And, let's just say this is a relationship for you. This King of Stones comes at a time to say, you know what, you're secure, you're stable, all right? You're being protected, okay? Yes, we hunt at night, but we are also protectors of the land. We're protectors of moving forward. And, kings are great advisors. You can ask them, everything, and they're going to give you some advice. And some of the advice he gives you this month is, what advice gives you the best security? Where are you going to be more secure in a relationship? Where are you going to be the most secure in your job? All right, what is it that you need to do to continue to move forward? And then, he's also asking, where is life offering you its riches? It doesn't have to be in the materialism, right? It could be, family. It could be, making sure that you're in a secure relationship, Capricorn. It could be just knowing that you've got the wherewithal to do what you need to do. So far, that's your quest for the year as you're moving forward. So let's see what June's got to offer you, Capricorn, in 2021. In this month, you're going to be represented with the 3 of Stones, creativity. Now, looking at this, that's 2 stones, back-to-back stones for one, and then you've got 2 threes. So there's some creative processes going on this year for you, okay? There's some materialism going on for you. And if you look, she's got her hands on both the horse as well as the bull. Bull being a Taurus sign to me, so, there's some stability, there's some security. She's a green woman, she's grounded to the earth. Okay, so there's a lot of, security there. Now, the horse is that Knight of Stones, and he's there to help you push through. He's there to show you what your path is on for this month. So that's good to know. You're going to be creative this month, all right? You're going to have some opportunity to move forward, do some things that you want to do, all right? That will give you that best security from last month, from May, okay, and moving forward. So the first week of June is going to be represented by one card. Ten of Stones, home. All right. A lot of security, a lot of stability, a lot of materialistic actions. You're going to be very grounded here in this first week, working on, in the month of June. Again, there's two figures there, a male and a female figure, symbolizing family, symbolizing unity. Second week, the King of Arrows in Kingfisher. King of the intellect, king of communication. The second week is going to be represented, or the third week is going to be represented with the Eight of Stones in skill. So far, a lot of stability this month, Capricorn, which is good because you're an Earth sign anyway. At least I think you're an Earth sign. I'm going to have to relook at that, but I'm pretty sure. And then you've got the Page of Stones, the links that comes out as well, asking you, what can you learn? All right, Capricorn, so let's get into looking at this creativity, the Three of Stones. As I said, the Three of Stones, she's grounded. The green woman, she's got her hand on the Taurus. You've got two threes sitting on here, so you got it. It's pretty much been a creative year. Some air energy, some logic, some reasoning, as well as some security, stability. All right, that first week is represented by the Ten of Stones, and here you've got two animals represented by two, and then two people. So Ten of Stones is having that complete satisfaction, having that complete satisfaction of security, stability. There's some happiness within that. There's a homeliness piece of it, and as you look across out of your house, where there's family, where there's unity, you have this beautiful home across from you, and you just you're in a community, right? And there's a lot of people that are secure and stable and materialistic, and that's going to help you out with your creativity moving forward, because you have the stability and security to put whatever you want to create into process, right? You have the financial piece of it. You have the the emotional piece of it to come up with those thoughts. The emotional fortitude of moving forward, of seeing things through. You have the air energy of coming up with the thoughts, of being creative. All right, and then you got to have that fire energy as well of moving forward. Now, the King of Arrows is the king of logic and reasoning. Now, this Kingfisher bird is actually pointing into the third week, which is the Eight of Stones and skill. Okay, now the king represents ancient wisdom and lore. So maybe, as you're being creative this month in June, you're relying on some of that ancient wisdom. Maybe there's something that, really is inspiring you to be creative. And, you look through the wisdom, you look through the lore, and you're going to put your own spin on it, whether that's music or painting or sewing or anything like that. And this king asks you, what must you focus on clearly? What must you focus on clearly in that creative aspect? What must you focus on clearly to continue, having that stability and security with what's moving you forward this month? And then, the other question that they ask is, who can give you that wise counsel? Maybe there's something you want to do creatively that nobody's ever tried before. And it's an opportunity to ask people certain questions. All right, seek out advisors that can help give you the answers that you want on it. Because that third week of June, Capricorn, tells me that you've got your hand on the pulse of whatever it is you want to be creative at. Okay, and that hand's in the background. That's your handprint all over this creative project. You are the one that's skilled enough to do this, to be the master of your craft. Okay, to have the skill set to take this to a new level. And, this is right up your alley. This is how creativity works for you. All right. And then the fourth week, you've got the Page of Stones that come out. So, 3 stones this month with the Three of Stones. All right, so there's a lot of security, there's a lot of stability, and this page is a messenger for you. Okay, and it's, he's a hard worker. It is slow energy, so this could be like chipping away at granite, right, and making something creative in that aspect. All right, it's gonna be slow. You might have to study, and there may be some training involved. Maybe there's an apprenticeship that you got to learn along the way too. But the page asks you, what can you learn through this process? All right, what can you learn through this process of knowing that you're secure and stable, that maybe you can teach others later on down the road? Okay, so listen to that message, within, and think about, what can I learn? And then, also looking at it, where do you need to be dedicated? In order to continue the process that you're on there, you're going to have to, stay at a slow, steady pace. Maybe you still have to go to work in order to do that. But yet, if you stay at that slow, steady pace, which the link is telling you to do, then you have to carve out some time to be dedicated. Dedicated to, whatever it is, that creative endeavor you want to be. Okay? You don't have to do it all at once, but you do have to, make sure that, in order to create a masterpiece, it has to take its time. All right? And you have to be dedicated to it to say, you know what, I'm going to work on it between, 3 and 6 in the afternoon. All right? Or on a Saturday afternoon or something like that. And just be dedicated to the craft that you're working on. All right, Capricorn, so that's the message for June. That's your June horoscope, Three of Stones and creativity. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share with others. And this is D for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you in the month of July. Take care, God bless, and stay safe.